Hello everybody, hi Emma. So here I am doing my first live for ages, and this is a no chat live because I feel that I can cope with it better that way. Anyway, getting back to what I meant to be showing you, this is my granddaughter's fairy journal. It's an ordinary cardboard box. I'll show you around the side, around the back and the bottom, and the other side. It's got glittery things on, fabric. The base is, underneath the flowers, is an old tablecloth I found in a charity shop. It doesn't look very green on my screen, but it's quite a nice green. I've got paper on the front here for the doors. It's from Paper Pad. I just see if I can find it because I can't think what it's called. Oops, something's just come off. What are you called? Nope, it's not that one. Oh, here it is on the floor. It's the capsules elements. Okay, so you're seeing this in the mirror photo. There's some of the papers. I love that one. I nearly used this one actually, but it didn't seem quite, it wasn't quite right, so it didn't get used. So I split the paper in half and I've distressed it. Let's see if you can see. Sorry, I picked it up. So it's distressed around the bottom. It's several layers thick, and I've used cotton thread on the inside of the door so you can't see all the layers quite so well, because it's not attractive. Anyway, I'm trying to do this backwards. Mirror image. Where's the thread gone? Ah, here we go. It got caught up. So I'm opening it up. Take one side at a time. Now under here is a pocket with bits and pieces in. There's room for my granddaughter to add bits and pieces. Now this is a fairy journal. It's based on Cicely Mary Parker's, is that her name? The flower fairies. Anyway, it's based on that. So all the fairies are very nice and gentle and very pretty. And what my granddaughter loves about my journals that she's seen is the little secret spaces. So I have tried to create this with secret spaces in mind. That has been my main aim. So open it up. Open up the other door. Now, just see if I can tip this down a bit without it falling over. Excuse me a minute. Yeah, hopefully it won't fall flat on its face. So this is the journal. This is the envelope with some lovely bits in it from my friend Emma. Emma's Creative Closet on here on YouTube. This is the birthday card. I won't show you the inside because it's got my granddaughter's name in it. And then in here, this is a fairy box of bits and pieces I've put together for her. And it's got fairies. It's got fairies on it, you can see. I'll show you that afterwards, because the most important thing is the journal itself. And under here there's another pocket. So there's 2 pockets, but they're hidden. And then one reason was to hide this top bit when it's closed, because from this side you can see it, and I didn't like the painted effects being seen. Because it's a fairy house, it has to be hidden. So it's got its leaves trailing down, trying to hide the doors. It's the first time I've done anything like this, so it's not brilliant, and I would definitely improve on it next time. I think my neighbour's got his gardener in. He's using the electric blower on all the leaves. So I'm going to take out the journal. I'm going to put the box aside for the minute. Where shall I put it? Over here. Now this is the journal. It's using a book from the lady who wrote and painted all these pictures. That's from the book cover. I took the spine out, and I've given it a separate, I can't think what you call it, a hidden spine where the signatures are sewn onto that, and then that is then adhered to the main spine of the book. It has 4 signatures, 3 are sewn in, and 1 is a Midori, what I think you call a Midori elasticated base for the signature. I've made this tassel. It's got little gems, rose quartz, some lace, anything I could find that a little girl might like to fiddle with. Got a bell. This is from my dear friend Katrine. Here's another one from Katrine. And some necklace that I found at a charity shop for very, very, very cheap. All plastic waxed in beads, so I've cut that and added that. What else is in there? I hope this is in focus for you. It looks in focus for me. There's another one of Katrine's pretty little hangy things. Lots of eyelash trim and ribbons. And an old necklace that I found. Let's see if I can keep still enough. There you go. So that's been put onto this metal thing that's up here and onto a bulb pin that's attached to the spine of the book. Right, this is the front. This is a mirror image, so it will look backwards to you. I'm going to undo the bows from the ribbons so you can see it a little better. So this is from the book cover. I'm not sure if you can see, it's actually shiny from the book cover. And I've surrounded it in eyelash trim, and there's a few little doodads there. I've got this lacy stuff behind. It's kind of like a Hessian, but it isn't. And I've put this green leaf trim on here, and little paper flowers that I cut out and then inked, and have put a little sparkly in the middle. Ooh, that one seems to have lost a sparkly. I'm going to add one. This is been in the making for some time. So that's the spine, as you saw, and that's the back. It's plain. This fabric was sent to me from my mum in New Zealand, and it features, what I think is blackberries. It certainly looks like blackberries. There's little tiny thorns on the stems. It's quite pretty fabric, and definitely flower journal-y fabric. Now it measures, in case you're interested, 6 inches along with there. It is 6 and 8 inches tall, and the spine is 3.5. No, 3.25. So it's a chubby thing. As you can see, there's room in the back. It's got an elastic there, and 3 signatures. And before I added bits and pieces to it, this closed to about here. So it's the bits and pieces that have gone in since that have made it the chunky monkey that it is. It's got lots of little dangles. I've got little butterflies, a key, an angel, a wing, a bell, and there is somewhere, there is actually a fairy charm, but I'll show you when I find one. Oh, in the bottom of in the middle of the signatures where the threads hang down, I've put back to back these little sparkly flowers. So the thread is in between the 2 flowers there. Okay. So opening it up, we have this little pocket with bits and pieces in. And my granddaughter can write her name on there. Just checking her name wasn't on there already. Right, there's a little notebook. And little pieces of paper. And a couple of little bits of paper, and this one says happy birthday. So she can write on that what she likes. In here, I have a number of these fairies. They were gifted to me by my friend Gwen for my birthday in that lovely box that I showed you some time ago. I can't remember what I put in here, it's been a while. There's lots of little fairy bits and pieces. Little butterflies. Fairy. A rose. A little fairy tag. Little disc. Anyway, lots of those things, little paper bits. So it's full of those. There's lots more in there. So she'll be able to do what she likes with it and make it special. That's a pretty flower. I thought too she can decorate. She can decorate this as she likes. I've distress inked it. I'll put that back in later. So these are flowered fairy journals. This one opens up like that. Stencil. I don't know if you can see, I've got the light on, but It's getting dim now. Autumn is well on its way. Into paper. Little secret spot for writing. Another little tiny notebook. Little paper bits to write on. A Winnie the Pooh playing card. And that's on strawberry paper, because fairies love strawberries. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a bit of ink on here, a flower stencil. It's not very clear. Well, it doesn't seem very clear on my screen. There's some homemade paper. It's got a bit of stenciling on it. And on the other side, it's got this little pocket made from circles. It's got a little picture of a fairy in there with a butterfly, a fairy, another little butterfly. I'm just going to tip it down while I put those back in. I've come on early, a bit earlier than I said I would. Oh, I have 7 thumbs up and 4 people watching. Thank you. It's the first time I've looked to see. It's lovely to have you with me. Please leave comments. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. There we have pages from Edith Holden. And there's a sticker I've put on the page there so that she can write on it. Another sticker there, some homemade paper. Not homemade, handmade. I didn't make it. And then here we have 3 little places for writing on. Secrets. There's a wing, fairy wing, on a paper clip. And then down here, oops, I've used the spider web paper in each of the signatures because I just like the fairiness of it. Then what have we got here? Just need to tip because I can't see on the screen very well. I've got a little tuck spot with a little girl behind it kissing a kitten. Then there's this little thing. I'm just going to lie it down for a moment. And this is just tea-dyed paper, torn and sewn onto some gift wrapping paper. Another place to write little secret thoughts. So here we've got the spider paper, and then this is colouring paper. It's of fairies. The back isn't of fairies, so I have made another secret place. So down here we've got a tuck spot. You take this out, little journaling card tag, and another one. Then this swings out, and that's the photographer. Oh, from the 1800s, you used to take trick photography photos of fairies. And I cannot think of her name right. Julia Cameron, is it? And here we've got a little envelope. That is in a tuck spot actually behind there. Let's see. I shall have to go back through and check that this is all. Then in here this opens up another little secret space. So those all go back in there, like so. And then over here we've got a bell as a charm. It is on a paper clip, and it's on butterfly paper. And here we've got the cutout of a sparkly fairy. I don't know if you can see her very well, but she is sparkly. There's some stenciling. And this is the poem of the Lavender Fairy. It's got a little bit of lavendery fabrics and trims and sparkles, and a dragonfly down the bottom there, and then some purpley trim along the side of the page. We have two more flower fairy pages. We have the Song of the Marigold. And on here we've got a flying fairy. Can you see her? She's been distress inked as well. And on here we have, oh, I see, a tag I made. Oops, sorry. Sort of leaves, cut out and stuff, and scraps of paper, and a little pocket down the bottom. There's another fairy on that page. And over here we've got more tuck spots, some children. Another envelope with birds on it. Another fairy. They're so sweet, these pictures. Oh, what I've forgotten, because I'm doing this backwards, there are pockets. There's hidden pockets in between some of these, like in there. There's quite a few of these. So they're so hidden, I forgot about them myself. And this one reminded me. So in here we've got some paper for writing on, because she likes writing. And another fairy picture. And we're coming to the other side of her signature. Here is... Sorry, the light isn't better. I don't know how to make it any better than it is. And this is joined to the paper underneath to make an extra page, and there's a leaf cut out and stenciled through. There's a pocket with playing cards and game cards in it, in the top and down in here. And we've got a key, charm, and over the page we've got these fabric flowers that Katrine gave me. And in here we've got, behind here we've got another one of those gift wrapped pieces with paper on sewn onto the back for writing on. And then these little tags, there's two of these here that say fairy. Sorry, my hand is in the way of the light. Hold it up closer so you can see. Okay. And over here we have orange paper, or Edith Holden. Some washi tape on Edith Holden paper. Another little envelope with an owl on it. And more little of those little tags. Some washi, sparkly washi of course. Flowers. stencil. And this one opens up. There's extra plate space to stick things. And you see the fairy on there. And there's some washi on there too. Some washi is so tacky and sticks well, and other washi is terrible at being stuck down. There is, what's that one? There's a little butterfly on there. This is a pocket page. I can't remember what's in here. It's a poem about garden lore. And on the front is a little child. It's a very old poem. It's by Juliana Horatia Ewing. Every child who has gardening tools should learn by heart these gardening rules. He who owns a gardening spade should be able to dig the depth of its blade. He who owns a gardening rake should know what to leave and what to take. He who owns a gardening hoe must be sure how he means his strokes to go. But he who owns a gardening fork may make it do all the other tools' work. Though to shift or to pot or annex what you can, a trowel's a tool for child, woman or man. 'Twas the bird that sits in the medlar tree who sang these gardening saws to me. Oh, that's quite sweet. So then we've got over here, and we've got some trailing leaves on a cluster with ribbons and stuff at the top here, and underneath here is the Snow White that Gwyn gave me, and she's had this for years. I thought it was very sweet that she gave it to me, so I decided I would give it to my little granddaughter, because I know that she will cherish. And up here we've got little bits stuck to the page, some washi tape, a butterfly, some sparkly stars over the page. We've got some bits and bobs stuck to the page. Maybe give her some ideas of what she can do with all the bits and bobs that Emma and I have given her. There's a butterfly on here that I've not stamped on, have stenciled on. I seem to prefer stencils rather than stamps. And another one, some washi. This is a really deary little picture. And it's also a pocket. There's a Trivial Pursuit card in there. And here we've got a feather. It's on butterfly paper. I really can't see very well. I should have turned my light thing up on the display. Never mind. There we go. Under here we have, this is like a sideways pocket. Tags and bits and pieces. More colouring paper. And then behind that there's more bits and bobs. And now this I have found that when you put things like feathers, not feathers, leaves, they're leaves, between spiderweb paper and handmade paper, they stay in place when it's closed. And those two pages are close together. I don't move Edith Holden. There's another pocket in here. These are the pictures that Tracy Fox gave me. I'm just going to lie this down a minute so I don't lose my place. These are really pretty. I have shown you these before. And then on the back, there's colouring pages. I've used September pages because her birthday is in September, from Edith Holden I mean. This isn't a pocket at all, no hidden spots. It's probably one of the only pages which actually stuck on completely. Another pocket in here. Yes. A little fairy little angel, something on a bird. This picture came from a auction house publication, and on the back it's got tea stained diary page, which has been sewn on. And here we have an envelope. Now there's lots of bits and pieces in here, tiny bits and pieces, so I'm not going to open it. I love this leaf. And then in here we've got another pocket. And a pocket down here. There's a leaf. And a tag to write on. Lots of place to stick things and write on. Oh, and this up here is a pocket, and I put in a pillow envelope for her. There's a couple of those in here. So some of these pockets are so well hidden I can't see them myself as I'm looking into the screen. So you're not actually seeing everything, sorry. And then here we got another pocket on top of this square. I love the way when it's folded, this matches completely. Oh, and here, so there's more writing space there, and then there's a pocket up here. Over here, more paper, stenciling on it. Cutouts. That's a beautiful picture. Beautiful. You need to stand up. I can't see. It's awkward. And a butterfly. Then and this is a cutout fairy that's got a little secret hiding space, and then there's on there's a little journaly book. Writer. Another September page. Now here we've got a pocket there, tuck spot there, and little bits and pieces in here. And this one, I'm just going to lie it down for a moment because I need to untie this bow. Well, whatever you call it, it's not exactly a bow. There we go. And this opens up, and it looks like it's just a notebook, but it's actually got little tuck spots up here. You see? Tuck spot there. Oops. And there's a tuck spot up the top, some little leaves cut out. And over the side the same, one in there and one underneath here. And then on the back it has another one. So I've used a hinge to put this in. I'll go back later and tie that up. Sorry, I'm going through a bit faster now because it's just a bit awkward. There's a bell. And I've got a fabric tuck spot down here. You see? And inside we have a fairy glove. And inside the fairy glove is secrets. Shh. So that's going back in there. I don't think there's anything else in there. And over this page we've got some fabric dangly bits, and underneath another pocket with a couple of tags. Over here we've got paper to be written underneath that side and over on that side. And in here there is more, another pocket, some pillow envelope and some fairy pictures. Put them back in. And there's another one of these. This is made out of the poems in the books. And inside this one there's a little pocket another fairy tag. Oh, and there's something else in here. Oh, a little magnet of a jacket. This is fairy side, so I thought I would add that in there. And then there's a little sticker on the centre there. You can't see that very well. It says made with love. And this has been made with lots and lots of love. It folds back together like that. There's a butterfly. I'm coming to the end of the three things. Now in the elastic section, dangling a bit, I'm going to just take this out. It's another little journal. In the back I've used a doily, and inside there's a notebook. This is a long notebook and it's just a piece of folded card. And it says handmade by Niney, because that's what my grandchildren know me as, Niney, which is Welsh for grandmother, oh no, Welsh for granny. Put that down there. So in this one, this is little because she told me that she wanted a small journal, a notebook sized journal. I wanted to make her a bigger journal, but I couldn't not do what she wanted. So I've made the bigger journal to please me and stick everything in it I want us to stick in it for her. But in the back is this one in the size that she wanted. So there's not a lot done in this one because I thought she might like to do a lot in it herself. You can see little dangles from the center. It's just a single signature. It's got a little fairy on the front. Inside, got another little notebook. There's lots of little notebooks in here. Actually, somewhere there is a really tiny little one. Another one of those envelopes. I think this envelope's so pretty. Pretty paper. It's a little tiny mushroom or toadstool. Oh, maybe this is it here. I've got a little flower tuck spot there. A tiny little notebook. That definitely is fairy sized. And here we've got a bit of ribbon. An envelope tuck to the page. Another little tuck spot and another little notebook. And another tag. Sorry, I'm holding it up. There is mushroom trim. Some extra paper for writing on. That's secured with a paper clip. What's this say? What's have I done here? Oh, I see what I've done. So that opens up, so there's more writing paper there, but you can have. I forgot it was there. I made so many pockets in this, so many are hidden. That one comes down, which reveals a piece of paper that can be written on. It's the centre of the signature. There's not so much in this, but it's finished quite well with rounded corners, and everything's been distressed on the edges. And what was that there? There's a tiny little hedgehog. Butterfly pencil. A little sticker which says, with lots of love. There's room for writing on. This is an envelope, but I haven't stuck the corner, that edge down, which I did on the other one. I can't remember showing you that one. Ah, there, because it's disguised. There so there's nothing in that envelope. There. So that's the journal. Going back to the box, opening it up, and here we have the fairy tin birthday card, the bits that Emma has sent, and there's also some fairy napkins. I didn't get to put the napkins in the book, so I've stuck them in another cellophane bag so that she can enjoy them. So I'll put the box back over here. Now in here, this is what Emma has sent. I received this morning. So some really pretty ribbon. So this is with the intention that my granddaughter can make bits and pieces herself. Little sparklies. It's really pretty. It's like a knitting yarn, but it's more suited to trim, I think. Very pretty. Some sparklies. A couple of little flowers. And these just look so perfect in the journal. The colours are great. Just perfect match. They match just so well. Those little sparkles. Little butterfly. It's got a sticky back to it. Okay, so what's a thought in here? Oops, getting a little bit. It says Summer Fairy. And beautiful, beautiful eyelash trim. It's really lovely. And some pretty sparkly trim. These can be cut apart and put onto something individually or as a strip. And look at these. I don't have anything like this, so it's quite nice that my granddaughter can have something different that I don't have, that I've not been able to put in the little box for her. Then there's lots of little stickers. There's another little flower. Some stamps just for you. Believe. Enchanting. Fairy dust. And the stamp of a butterfly. And another little sticker that's not easy to see. So it's very hard to show you that. May all your dreams come true. And look at her. And a little girl who loved to colour her in. This one's really cute. Really cute. And there's another one of those. And then this beautiful picture. I'm not looking at it. Isn't she pretty? Thank you, Emma, for sending those. And another flower. And another little sticker. I'm going to put those there, and I'll put them away in a minute. So then there's this fairy tin, and I've just got bits and pieces in here that I thought she might like to use. Some pegs, tiny pegs with some sparkly stars. There's some different washi tapes, sparkly washi tape and triangular, honeycomb. Then some pretty sparkly pink trim, some little flowers, the little flower in the jar that Gwyn gave me. These flowers are from the lei that Katrine gave me. There's some of those. I've given her some of that trim with the toadstools on it. And these little flowers. And then there's lots and lots of bits and pieces. I can't tip it up really because they'll all fall out. The little toadstools, there's several of those in different colours. There's lots of little sparkly flowers with sticky backs. A few of these fairies. These are wooden. Little tags and butterflies. Green trim. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of bits like that. Loads of it. And the whole thing together came to, on a couple of bells. I weighed it. It was over, with everything in the box, it was over 1.5 kilos. So that is that. So I'm delighted that I'm going to see her tomorrow, and I shall be able to give it to her. There's another bit. And no doubt I will find lots of other things in the time being that I can put in there, I can add. I just keep adding all the time. I think if I had this journal for a year, I could still find things to do with it. So, just going to put these things back in that Emma has given my granddaughter, because I don't want to lose any of them. Please excuse me while I do this. Oops, I just did lose something. It's alright, I can see it. Luckily, it was a very sparkly flower. Right. You go down in there, tuck yourself down. Right. Okay, so everything fits in here really nicely, plus there's room in here for my granddaughter to add extra things if she wants to. So I know where you're from. So that's going to go in there. That's going to go in there. And that. And then the journal goes back in there. And I can put everything back into there properly later. And there's the pocket. Now there's a couple of other things I was going to show you if I felt I was able to. Just going to put that down there. Right. Because since I last saw you, hello, I can see you now. Oops, it's going to be an avalanche in a minute. Let me get a tin. Right. I'm going to put in my tablet. There. Oh, no, it's still not quite there. Is that better? Yeah. Since I last saw you, I've had a couple of happy mails. Actually, I got them ages ago, but I haven't done any lives. Let's see. The first one I got was from Kathie. I think Kathie's channel is called Kathie's Creative Life. And I won a journal on there. On one of her lives. I'm trying to hide the envelope. But she sent me these other lovely things, and I've been keeping them in here. How did that get in there? I've been keeping them in here because I wanted to show you. I'll show you the journal in a minute, but I've got these other lovely, beautiful burlap tags, and they're all sparkly. Aren't they pretty? Thank you ever so much, Kathie. It was wonderful to win the journal, but to send me these extra bits as well was ever so kind of you. And there's some other tags there. I've taken the label off of one of them so I can show you more close up. So it's got a fabric back with a tie. I just love these, I think they're gorgeous. And now I've showed you, I better use them, because I just felt I couldn't use them until I'd shown you. And these are called chalkboard gift tags. I'm just seeing if I can see the shop that she bought them for, but no, I can't. But aren't they lovely? Really like those. So thank you very much. Then I have this beautiful, beautiful journal. This is the first journal I've ever had that someone else has made. So it's really special, Kathie. So it's got this unusual hair tie. I've not seen one like that before. It's like the usual ones you get, but then it's got this extra additional thing around it. See? I've not seen them like that in the UK. So it's got a little knob on there and a knob on there, and I cannot remember what you call them. It says, "With happy hearts we gather together." Look at the really pretty spine. Isn't that gorgeous? Just lovely. So I'm going to show you inside. An envelope. Kathie has shown this on her channel. A couple of those pineapple tags. And there's some painty papers on book paper. Oh, sorry. Remember that it's tilted back up again. Plain blue paper. Oh, it's got 1, 2, 3 signatures. See? It's quite a chunky little journal. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. There's things in here I just haven't thought of doing with my journal, so it's really lovely to see. This says, "You were made to shine, girl." Say, double tag for writing on. And this is similar to the trim that I've used in my granddaughter's journal. And then we've got in the page, it's a thick page, and it's an envelope. Well, I looked at it when it arrived. I haven't looked at it since. I wanted it to be nice for when I showed you girls. And there's some little bits inside for writing on. And another one. I've not seen these papers before. And then in here there's, I think, it might be glued on. Yeah, that's glued on. Isn't that pretty? Oh, look, it's a seahorse. And some pretty paper on there. That's a little tuck spot, that pretty paper, and then behind it it's got some more of that green paper. Just going to tip this down again a bit. Excuse me. That might be easier. Ah, that's better. That's the tuck spot. And on the page, look, another envelope. Oh, it's got beautiful sparklies on it and some more of that paper. And here we've got book paper or something similar to that with this gorgeous bluey green coloured card on top of it. And turn over, got another lovely page. Oh, it's got an envelope like I've got. Oh, these are really similar to the envelopes I put in my granddaughter's journal. And inside, here's some more of the green card. And that was tucked in there. That's the middle of one, the first signature. And can you see that? Now, not quite sure what's happened here. That belongs to that page. I think some, oh, here we go. Some more envelopes with little green paper in it. Really pretty paper. It's stuck to there. And there's more paper on here. I love the way you've done this, Kathie. I hadn't thought about doing that. Using the paper, using the book paper and then sticking pages to the book paper. It just hadn't occurred to me. I love the idea of that. I'll have to amend the title afterwards to say the Happy Mail as well, because so I hope for Kathie to see this. Isn't that pretty? And behind the book paper's been painty papered, yeah. More. Oh, there's unicorns. More card. And card. Sorry, I'm getting quieter and quieter, aren't I? Oops. Thanks. That thing's got stuck here. I'll have a look at that later because I don't want to hurry to unstick it. Fix it later. You see it's got lots and lots of pages in it. So it's going to make a wonderful writing journal. And then there's some little bits. Little bits with a paper clip on there. That one's got stuck too. More paper on there. very pretty coloured paper. It's got cakes. Isn't that pretty? Ice cream. Oh, that's pretty. It's either tea dyed or coffee dyed. It's really dark. Might not be either because it's a really different colour. And there's some pretty spotty paper. It's got writing on it. And the pattern of the paper, I mean. Isn't that a clever idea to do it like this? Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Houses. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see feathers. I was so busy looking. I wasn't looking to see what was on the screen. Paper. Envelope. Envelope. I'm coming to the end now. I'm doing it again. Pineapple. More envelopes. And an envelope with some more of that lovely pineapple paper in it. And then there's an envelope on there with happy. And some more pineapple paper. I love that pineapple card. It's really pretty. There. That's my lovely journal from Kathie. Plus the tags that I got from her. Thank you so much, Kathie. There's one more happy mail to show you. That over there. And this time, it's from Amber. Amber's changed her online name. It's now, it was Amber Crafts, now I think it's WV, which is West Virginia. Oh, Amber, I've forgotten. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't remember. It's because she's changed it because she's not just about crafts now, because they have animals, so she's kind of encompassing her life rather than just crafts. So there we go. So I'm very sorry, Amber, I cannot remember the name of your channel. So we have some lovely things here. Now I have been through this before, but just the once, so it's going to be very exciting to go through again. So we've got a little handmade envelope here. And inside, oh, forgotten, it's so long. These are like I used in my granddaughter's, but these are bigger. Look, it's like a maple leaf. A butterfly. That is really big. Wow. So there's quite a few of those in here. I don't want to go by each one because it will take too long, but there is lots of them. Little sweet one, little butterfly. They are really pretty. Oh, I don't know how many then are 20. Could be more. It's a very pretty envelope. Really sweet paper. Right, so I'll put that there. And then we have another envelope. If I remember right, oh yes, Amber has used old calendar pages, which is a great idea. I love that. Oh, look at these. I have seen these before, but it's just like, they're gorgeous. Oh, Amber, I hope you don't mind if I use one of these on my granddaughter's fairy journal, just to be perfect. There's several of these. Oh, they are gorgeous. It's ever so windy out today. And then look at this. Isn't that beautiful eyelash trim? It's so long. That is beautiful. I love that colour. It's kind of like an olivey khaki colour. Then look at this lace. Really wide lace. Beautiful. I don't have anything like that, so that's just perfect. Oh, and then, oh, this is going to make a wonderful journal cover. Isn't that gorgeous? It's quite big. So it's enough to make a journal cover and a few bits and pieces to go in the journal. Actually, it's enough to make 2 journal covers. Oh, I'll have to think about that one. Oh, look, there's some paper. Hearts, circles, diamonds, stars. I like this. I could with this paper make a journal like Kathie's. Like use old book pages or printed papers that it can be used in a journal, but you know, sort of not important to be seen. And then I could do what Kathie has done and fold these pretty papers onto those journal pages so they could be written on. I shall think on that. These are gorgeous. There's another one with stars, but in a different colourway. I'm sure there was one with stars before. Oh, that one's nice. Look at that one. I hope my voice isn't too low and you can hear me all right. Butterflies. Circles. They're pretty. And then, what have we got here? Oh, vintage colouring pages. I think they're vintage. To market. Pumpkin. Peter pumpkin eater. And the old woman who lived in the shoe. 3 blind mice and Humpty Dumpty. Cow went over the moon. And this is Alf. I loved Alf. And then here we've got a map. on it. It's got Portland and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, just pronounce it Pittsburgh. I think it's Pittsburgh, isn't it? But it looks like Pittsburgh. And Erie. Lake Erie. Pennsylvania. There we go. I see. And then West Virginia is below Pennsylvania. I'm going to have to look at a map and find out. And this is Oregon, and that's above California. I'm pretty sure about that. And it looks like it's been tea dyed or coffee dyed. Coffee dyed. It's been coffee dyed. I can smell it's coffee. See the dots from the pan that was used to dry it on. Oh, thank you, Amber. Oh, look, and some more. Oh, Amber, you are so kind to send me your own coffee-dyed paper. This feels really nice, this paper. Got really good feel to it. Hello, someone has just come on. 2 people just come in. Hello. So this is a happy mail I'm going through now. I've shown the fairy journal, and now I'm showing happy mail. I've shown one from Kathie, and now I'm showing one from Amber. And this is lovely paper. It's quite thick. Amber, I've definitely got enough here to make a journal. Be my Amber journal. Like 2 more, and then there is this is a calendar page. On the bottom, because it's mirror, you won't be able to read it. It says, "Everything in nature invites us constantly to be what we are." That was a quote from Gretel Ehrlich. And then on this one it says, is that a hummingbird? Yes, I believe it's a hummingbird. I've never seen a hummingbird. "Let me tell you the secret that has led to my goal. My strength lies solely in my tenacity." That's by Louis Pasteur. And then this beautiful one. And this one says, "Courage is resistance to fear. Mastery of fear, not absence of fear." That is Mark Twain. So I believe, just double check, that was my happy mail from Amber. Sorry for the noise. That doesn't sound noisy to me, but it probably does to you, so I apologise. So I think that is it now from me. It's been quite long enough. I have no idea what the time is. Oh, but I've been going for 1 hour and 18 minutes, 19 minutes. So that's quite long enough for you to put up with me. So I shall say goodbye. Thank you for those of you that have come in and joined me and thumbed up. And I shall go check later and answer any comments. I greatly appreciate you coming in and visiting with me. And I hope it won't be too long before I come back and say hello again. So, bye-bye for now, and take care, and lots of love to you all. Bye-bye.